Oh, hello, chat and wonderful players. So glad to be back again. Um, all right, and distracted again. I'm so sorry. There we We're here, but I'm not. Christy,
What's up?
how's it going? Let me
Let's see.
switch
Want to
this
make
to
sure
this.
everything's right. Sorry
Yeah,
about it. I was running late.
not a
Had a
problem.
grand day.
Uh, I happen to be running early tonight, so no worries. It's um, an effort of mine to try and be start things on time. I'm so bad, but it's gotten like worse. Like the more I let myself get away with it, like the worse it
Mm-hmm.
gets.
That's what
So
that's what happens.
yeah.
I know from experience every
um,
day.
Okay. Make sure everything's.
all right. So I don't have an opening scene, but I think we all know where we are. For viewers, we're here on the island of Macaw. Um,
Ta-ta.
yeah, nice. Yep. Um, where it's mysterious island, legendary, in fact, until our crew here found it as their ship, ancient arcane airship, the Tempest, seems to be synced up with the island in some manner. As an auto docking feature, it found the island, got them to the island, and can on command almost. Um, we've come back. Everyone's kind of spread out into different areas of the island. There's it's only about a half mile wide. That's it from one end to the other. The floating island. There's a lot of forest around the base of a single mountain. Um, and at the peak of this mountain is a palatial homestead. Waterfall cascades down the front and then runs across, cuts through the forest and cascades off the edge of the island. Our crew flies through. That's part of the docking procedure through the waterfall into an underground within the base of the mountain section, and then they have access to this entire an elevator that brings them up to and through um, this home. Now, interestingly, as I was going back through and like looking what I had for notes for all the different floors and everything else, I forgot there's 7 basement levels. It's the first
Wow.
like from the main floor going down. It's B1, B2 and B7 that have those inscribed
Ooh.
um, things around the door frames. But there's another bunch of things. I think there's 10 floors in total above that, or including that ground floor. Um, with some fun stuff in these. I'm kind of really looking forward to this. So many fun things. Of course, the players have also caught sight a couple of times of an area patch of forest on the opposite side of the waterfall, almost behind the mountain, on the top, that has these purple and orange leaves as though they're wilted or changing with the season, even though the rest of the area forest is green and lush. There's this discolored patch of orange and purple leaves on the trees. Okay. I think some of our friends went up in the tower. Sinister went with Titania to go up and check out the date spot on the beach. Ashvar and Boots and Ash went out into the forest and spoke with Gorg a little bit, which is always fun role playing Gorg. Uh, let's let's see. Gosh, I'm struggling to remember where I think Breelith had been looking around the ship, maybe. Or Breelith and Liazana were looking around the ship for
Yeah, we had
an
just
invisible.
found.
Mhm.
We had
Now
just
able.
found Carmine.
Carmine and his teenage snit.
Yes.
Yep. And Zia, I think, had gone. Whoa, I feel like you went
Um,
into.
so
Yeah.
Yeah, so Diana went down to translate, and I went with the patron to show the tapestry
Yes,
and the
yes.
library.
Okay, nice. Yep. Awesome. Okay, so oops. Where are we? Wrong document, Dan. Shame. So Zia is with Doran. Does that sound right, Steph? Doran?
Yes, it
Doran.
is. Yeah,
Because the
yeah,
other
that's
one
right.
is the like local teacher. This is your patron.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Nice, nice, nice. Right, we do the tweet. Tweet, tweet. Pretty sure I set up the tweet, but it was like an hour ago. Okay, I did. Good. It's longer than 5 seconds. Setting one's guess. I don't remember. Beautiful art here for our logo. Oh, and just tweet that. Oh, I'm just gonna put a little tree there in the tweet. Just kidding.
Happy little tree.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I'll just ask where we want to pick things up. I guess because Liaison and Rela were still on the ship, and I think wrapping up on the ship after finding Carmine, I'll start with the two of you. What would you two like to do at the top of this session?
Brilith would probably go and try to find her patron. Yeah. Just go and just, try to find him and because she's still a little bit nervous about him. So
And Liazana, are you disembarking?
Probably not yet. Has everyone else disembarked at this time?
Some of the crew's still on there, like doing the last minute things they need to do. You have Titania's ship next to yours as well on the other side of the pier. There's like Vic, Kip, and Wisp are probably still on the ship. Everyone else is probably gone.
She would probably go like see if they need any help. She's not like she kind of feels out of place at the moment. With everyone going off to do their own things. So she's gonna like stay on the ship and try to help out or see if they need any help.
Okay. Nice. All right. Vic as always appreciates that, and most of the crew do spend a lot of time as the captain, like working among them and not just leaving all the all the stuff. They appreciate that. Breleth, I mean, I don't know if you want to go floor by floor. I guess maybe you'd cross someone, right, that would have seen Doran head up.
yeah, she would have checked like the main floor first before checking like the other floors on the elevator.
You see, you come across Eden, who calmly says, I saw Doran with Zia. I believe they're up the library floor.
Okay, thank you. So
Nods
hurry
and
up there.
continues. All right, you head up, and so Zia, Dorn's with you, and just like not bugging you with too many probing questions, but just anything you mention about yourself or the house, he's just got a million questions on. You probably made it to the library. Oh, this is incredible. Have you gone through the library yet, Zia?
Not really.
Oh, just in shock. I'm gonna mention Zia because you've gone through this first floor, and Breelith. I guess everyone that's in the house that would have gone up has seen this, so not sure it'd be Sinister, Zia, and Breelith. So you might not recall because it's been, of course, a hot minute. But so sorry. Okay, here we go. In that main floor, I'm actually going to go back to my description on the main floor just to give a quick refresher. This ground floor, it just has this massive open layout. The elevator dings and opens on one, interior wall, and the building unfolds all the way across to the other exterior wall. And it's this massively open layout with the black marble floors, dual spiraling staircases near the front here that head up to the next floor, back against the rear wall, rather. And maybe 30 feet in front of you is this it's like a circular donut shaped almost table that has a bit of a slope pitch down towards the outer perimeter that hovers above the floor about 4.5 feet. It's filled in the center with like a soft, loose clay. This is where it had the 2 handprints for, and it said like I bequeath the house upon you and Celestial, and I think and Zia attuned to that. There's additionally, so sorry, I've got a couple notes open. A large fireplace off to the right between a few of the doors. The galley is off to the right, and the stage and performing room as well. There's a number of sitting chairs and tables and bright bronze wall sconces and large tapestries that are draped 30 feet along the walls, and these tall, wide windows across the other side of the room, some 120, 130 feet, that just they're 35, 40 feet tall, these windows, with a bunch of that either gold or I guess it would be brass, and it has the arched window tops, panes every 5 feet or so, that just fill this entire space with light. The thing that you notice that's a little bit different, the clay in the center that before was just sort of loose piled sloping clay with the handprints, now appears a little bit different. Now it has the base of this clay, but there is a large, maybe 5 feet from fingertip to base of a hand, outstretched in the clay like a work of art, just hand raised, palms upward towards the ceiling, part of a wrist sticking out of the clay, and that's what is in the center of that. Sorry, just in case any of you would have done anything as you passed, I'll
Oh, that's new, right?
That's new. The clay's always been there, but not in this shape. Looks like something you might find in a museum.
Okay, so if Breelith is on the main floor, then she probably would have been, because we probably sped past that
That's
when we were
true.
coming up the elevator.
Yeah. Okay.
I would definitely pass that to Breelith then
Okay.
for comment until maybe we come back down.
Gotcha. All right, Breelith.
Does that make sense?
It does. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, because you'd be going up. Everyone else is kind of going up to hit other floors. Okay. Breelith, so you're the first one that spotted this, Breelith. Hand outstretched. Just something you catches your eye as you're looking around that main room before you talk to Eden.
Breelith will go up to it. How high is it off the ground? Is
This
it like
floating table is about 4.5 feet tall.
Oh, okay.
Hovers rather about 4.5 feet off the ground. So the hand is probably from the base of the clay up to the the fingertip is just stretched kind of out like this. Maybe a few more feet, so like 6.5, 7 feet to the top.
Okay.
I think Sinister might have passed it going to the kitchen. So just so you know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the kitchen's to the right there. So
Breelith would Breelith would probably like put her hand into the hand, like she was grasping the hand, like holding the hand. It's interesting. Is there anything like looking at it a little bit closer, Dan? Is there anything other than it just being looking like it was just carved out of, what stone?
Yeah,
Clay?
the base is clay, but it feels like a smooth marble almost.
Oh.
You can do an investigation check if you want to see if there's
Yes.
anything.
Yeah, she would definitely be
Mhm.
interested. Okay. Investigation at 17.
Okay. I mean, aside from it being a little strange that it feels like soft marble when it's like actually packed clay, you can see visually it looks like clay, just smooth and has that marble feel to it. Otherwise, that's beautiful. Finally,
Okay.
finally done. Mhm.
I don't think that she has anything in her inventory to like.
Hmm.
Does it look like it's trying to hold something, or that it's just like reaching?
It's palm up, so it's more like
Palm
it's just
up,
an
okay.
extended hand
Okay.
almost.
Okay.
Just from like just the
Okay.
wrist here. Sinister, and I'll jump back in time for you, but I saw your question. It's about 5.5 feet from the base of the hand here to the tip of the longest finger, and from the wrist, here it's like 2.5 feet up. It's in that floating disc of clay and such, and that's about 4.5 feet in its own. Floats above the floor.
Brilith will put her hand in it again and like curtsy. Nice to meet you. And then she'll go up to the library.
Okay, you head up to the library. Nice. I'll backtrack a little bit because Sinister went in ahead of you. The Sinister is you're going in. You've got Titania. So Titania traveling with you in the elevator, of course, is this is all a lot. It's really, I'm sure she's seen plenty of interesting things so far in her life, but this is certainly something. Everyone's heard of the legends of Macaw. As you two get in the elevator, and begins going up. You watch the stone and such pass by. And she sees like some of the intricate runic symbols around the arrow. You get a few oohs and ahs. Then bing on that main floor. The two of you step out. Now you notice that's definitely different, and she's just looking around like.
Immediately, I would do detect magic.
Mhm. Oh, okay, nice. You ping that off. And nothing registers. It seems to be inanimate, non-magical sculpture almost.
And it's up and it's huge. So
It's pretty big, yeah.
is there any sort of arcana or history check I can do on it to see if I recognize if it's some sort of iconography?
Oh yeah, you can do a history check. See if this is replicating anything or some piece of art or anything like that.
Oh, not great. History. 12.
Okay. No, I mean it looks like fine art, but nothing in particular that you've heard of.
I would just be like, that's neat. That's new.
Oh, it's very welcoming.
Yeah, it's saying it's a nice gesture.
Hmm.
It doesn't look like the praying hands.
No.
Does it resemble that? No.
Oh.
I would just like, that's neat. Okay. And just go about my day. Just see if she knows what it is. Do you have any idea what this is?
Oh. No. It's exquisite, finely crafted. Everything here is, and there is a lot of practical art and fine art that adorns the walls and tables and everything else. I'm awestruck by this.
It's a lot, yes.
Oh.
And just to add to the wonder, this outstretched hand was not here the last time.
Oh, What was there something else here before?
No, I, it was a blob of clay, I guess,
Oh,
in the middle.
oh,
It's always floated,
okay.
so that's neat
Um,
or weird.
yes. Hmm. I'm eager to see more. Um, the runic, the symbols on the. That's what Brevis teacher is here
Yeah,
for.
I mean, he's interested in that, and we've had a hard time trying to
Oh,
figure it out. But yeah, so
oh, yes.
you want to go to the beach or what? Or we can go by the library if you want to.
Anything that you're willing to guide me through here. I
Well,
would like.
honestly, it's a lot, and
Oh,
this is usually my evening.
oh.
You know,
Then that
I would be in bed.
um yes, I'm not quite uh, famished yet, so I think it's fine to spend some time at the beach.
Oh
As you
yeah,
called
well,
it.
I mean, that's up to you. I mean,
It's your description sounds incredible. I think I would like to see this.
it is pretty wondrous. You guys don't have beaches.
No,
So to have one in the house is pretty neat.
yes, please lead the way, Sinister.
Okay.
Huh.
But we got to get food. And
Okay, yes, of course.
do you have swimwear? Because I can loan you a bikini,
Um, I I don't.
a tasteful one.
That's kind.
Oh,
I don't know that I'll. It sounds rather enjoyable but frightening. Just a
I like things
huge.
that scare me.
Yes, I'll evaluate today and
Okay, well,
consider your offer.
at least take your shoes off. You got to feel sand.
Oh, okay, I will.
Do you know what sand is? Like the desert.
Oh, yes, yes. Yeah, I can't picture it quite the way you described, but eager to see. Shall we get the food?
I'll have Rhodey bring it to us. Do you have anything you like?
Oh, and she'll describe a couple, whatever her basic treats and meals are on the go.
I'm gonna my message Vic to get it ready and
Ah,
send Rhodey
nice.
down.
Cool. All right, yeah, Vic acknowledges and
But we must try this wine. So he goes into galley, gets the
Oh.
wine, some wine glasses, and we go upstairs.
lovely. Bing, and you head back up. You actually have to wait for the elevator for a minute because Breelitz had just ended up going just before you made your way back out. So Breelitz, you arrive in the library, and Doran is there, and Zia, and Doran is asking a million questions. These I don't even. I've never heard of what this entire book is on. Entire branch of scientific studies I've never even heard of. Brenda, you did not.
hi.
Hello, you did not tell me about this library.
Oh, well, it is quite impressive. Yes.
Yes.
I hope you're finding kind of looks between him and Zia and back again. I hope you're finding everything okay.
Oh yes.
Everything's good.
Zia would kind of be mouthing like,
Nice,
just because
nice.
Zia was never formally educated and
Oh.
doesn't know the answers to 90%
Yeah.
of what is being said. So it's just like, thank God a smart person is here to help.
That's awesome. I can picture you standing like just behind him, one step behind his shoulder, and he's like, "Breathe it."
Hopefully you're
yes.
finding everything.
So yeah, it's been a fantastic guide.
Oh, good. Good.
Yes.
I'm glad. But I can help you find things that you need if you I mean I can
Wonderful.
be here to look, with you.
Well,
I'm here to assist you as much as I can.
Excellent, breathe. Have you already gone through the library? And he'll start kind of walking with Breelith in case, just so you know the
Yes,
scene, Zia, in case you have any designs on exiting the area. He kind of starts walking over with Breelith down one of the aisles. you looked at these books? Have they shown anything about the runes below, the island, or its origins?
Oh, I think that they've started. I'm not sure they found it here, but they've started translating. But I know it's a very slow process for them, which is one reason that we brought you here. But yeah, this room has a lot of interesting books in it that will definitely help us. I mean, of course, it came with the house. Of course, we didn't put any of these books here, so any book
yes.
that's here is meant to be here. So
Wonderful.
you might have
Huh.
any book could have a hidden secret about the rooms or the ruins or
Is there a catalog of these books here in the library?
I can help you
Oh,
look.
that's a really
And if
good
there's
idea.
not, then we could make one.
Oh,
I could help do that.
don't threaten me with a good time, Breelith, please. Yeah. Yes, of course it's the good one. Yes. And did you
Okay,
see that
all right.
sphere in the center? That I dare say it looks like a map.
Oh yes, that's actually I think it's right. See, isn't it like a life map of
Is Zia still there?
the area?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it
Is
is.
Zia?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. Yes.
And
Yeah.
do you know what coverage this? What area this covers? It. I mean,
Brilith will go over to the map and try to turn it on,
ping! Nice.
but she has no idea. She doesn't remember. She's
Okay.
just like,
We're both just poking it.
maybe just here. Maybe if you turn it this way.
You poke it a few times. It's just like abyssal black, right? And you poke it a few times, and then when you go to swipe it, swipes up and turns like a purplish hue, and little lights start to dot out, and those lights start to outline, continents and such, and then it starts to change into different colors and light of blue for ocean, everything else. A couple of things. Of course, there's a rather dark hue to your quadrant. It lights numerous islands on me. Some that you have not come across. But most interestingly, you recall from before, there was a quadrant that was entirely consumed in black that is now very distinctly different continents and ocean.
Oh.
Oh, this couldn't be the entire planet. No.
I don't.
Uh,
Nah. Brila's going to start getting out her notebook and start making a sketch of this, which I don't think that she's done before. So.
Oh, I breathe that I think so, and he's just gonna freak out over
Yeah.
it for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. And Brila will like consult and be like, so do you think, I mean, if it is the entire Earth, do you think, I mean, should I make it a circular? Should I like do it from different sides?
I would say, and he kind of roughly sketches out like the way they break down globe, like
Oh,
maps like that, where it's sort of back and forth. This could be the first complete map of the world in known recorded history.
Oh, well, let's not get too ahead of ourselves.
We need
But
a way to confirm it, of course.
yes. Well, we have this sketched out. And that part is new, right, Zia? Like that wasn't that place dark before?
now that you mention it, I think, yeah. Did something change since? Oh my God. Did we mess up the world?
Well, I mean, Zia, I would think that since it's not dark anymore, that's a good thing. I mean, we can see things now. I mean,
Do you think
maybe
it's because we were poking it a bunch?
maybe
What
we
if it's
made
an
it better.
Oh my gosh, what if it's an actual representation and when we poke things, it's like our fingers come out of the sky and
Wait.
hit.
So do you think that we made those islands up there by poking it?
The thought is terrifying.
Wait,
to
so
be
don't
quite
touch it.
honest.
Everyone just stay back. I just let's keep a little bit of girth in between us and the globe.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe I
Maybe
should
that's what happened with the big hand in Atmos was somebody just stuck their whole hand into
Yeah.
the thing,
Okay.
and
We
then
should.
they just got sucked back in. And
I should get, I'm gonna go and see if I can find some ribbon to put around the map so that way people won't get too close to it. You know, like in a museum. I'll go and find some ribbon and I'll be right back to try and section this off because we don't want people touching it
Is this a crime scene?
if it's going
I'm
to
assuming
affect
Doran at some
things.
point is going to be like, I'm assuming at some point Doran is just going to be like, no.
Yeah, but no. Let's take one step back and take things one at a time. I highly. This seems to be a representation of something that exists. I let's not touch it, but
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. If you think it's fine, then okay.
Yes. So
Because there was that one island we went to that had like stuff had come up and like eaten everybody or taken everybody down in that one. And
Like
wasn't
that
that like,
house. Yeah.
yeah, and that was kind of close to,
Oh.
is it that boundary, Dan, to that?
Let's see. Oh my gosh. Processing. That's the storm for one. That is there. So I think that it's not. I think that, well, no, I guess so technically, because that's the very southwestern portion of this quadrant. So a little further west is that Omega curtain, and then it'll be just on the other side of that. It's also the
Okay.
northern hemisphere, like this quadrant.
So yeah, because when we had gone to the island that I'm now forgetting the name of, that had like the multiple layers, and that everybody got like dragged into the depths by some entities that were
What?
Yeah, there were
Well-
rabbits. We rescued some rabbits there.
yeah, that's where we met Guardian.
Yeah, we met a guardian there. You know, the big one.
Oh, there were several
Right?
big
Yeah.
ones on your ship.
Brilith got
Yes.
impaled. It was crazy.
Oh,
I did, yes, by a gorgon, I think is what it's called. Yes,
Oh,
I
terrible
my
creatures.
Liazana almost died about 2 to 3 times.
Oh no.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they told us when we got there
Mm.
that like, because there was nobody there, it was like almost completely abandoned, and they told us that like these entities had come and like dragged people down or eaten them, or it
Oh,
was
no.
kind of unclear. But we did get a cursed teddy bear from there.
You
Yeah,
still
Ashavar has
have the
that
curse.
now.
You.
Ashavar has it, I think.
Yeah,
I tried to. I think it's really cute, and
Oh,
it ate a
did
purple
help
worm.
us. It did help us. It ate a worm
the
that was attacking
purple
us.
worm.
Yes, a
Yeah.
huge,
How big is
big,
this teddy
giant
bear?
worm.
Oh,
Just
it's just a
regular
normal teddy
size. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to need a meal to
I'll get you some snacks
energize.
and some refreshments, and Brilith will go out to get some snacks and refreshments for.
He starts writing a list of questions that he's gonna ask. Like, I can't keep this in my head. Okay. So outside, Ashavar, you're with Boots and Ash. What would you three like to be doing out here?
I figure we're just like kind of walking through the woods along the river a little bit, sort of in a, like we've gone out a little bit. Now we're kind of meandering back towards the house, but not like in a straight line.
Okay. Are you staying on sort of the front side of the property? I think that you mostly, so if you were in front of the island looking at the waterfall falling off, there's kind of the front half, and you've explored like the right side of the waterfall looking at it this way, and the front corner. That's like the only part anyone's been in so far.
Actually, I mean, since it's a pretty small island, I'll look over and be like, you guys want to explore stuff we haven't looked at yet?
Of course. Absolutely. I don't have the right shoes on for this, but I mean, it can't be that far, right? Let's take a look. We got time.
So we're gonna go, or if is Boots like chomping at the bit to get back?
Boots is he found a piece of like straw pick or what do you call it, the reed grass, and he's just got it between his teeth. tail flopping, back and forth. Yeah, I want to stretch my legs. Been on that ship for, a little too long. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Long time.
Yeah.
You can only walk the same planks that many times.
Right. Hey, we're not gonna run into anything else like that, Gorg, right? Like, no big
I don't
surprises.
know.
Well,
We've never been over there.
well, you know what? I'll be right behind you.
I got you.
Nice. And Ash, a little more excited, like, all right, let's do this. Okay, and you begin exploring. In which direction do you want to go? You can wade across the little river here and check the front left, or you can go through the area you've been in to check the back right. Although that just so you have an idea is where the purple and reddish patch of forest is.
Oh, what the heck? Let's go towards the purple and reddish patch.
Okay, all right.
See what's there.
Nice. So you wade through the area. As you pass through a clearing somewhere, over the trees down a ways, you see Gorg is just kind of giving a friendly wave, as though he hasn't seen you in a year, excitedly, and you continue on through. Go ahead and make, gosh, all right. I'm not going to make you do an survival check because it's a small island. And you're just heading in a direction. So if you're, it's not really a path you're seeking. But I would say go ahead and roll an investigation check if you want, or perception, your choice, to kind of scout the area.
Oh, well, perception's only +1, so at least it's not +0.
I mean, you get to choose investigation or perception if one's better than the other. One is you like looking more specifically for what's standing out, and the other's just being open and present to whatever's around.
Yeah, I'll do perception. That fits more with her personality, but they're both basically the same.
Okay.
Bad.
Oh, no.
I got a 7.
Okay. It's forest.
There's a butterfly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Plenty of distracting little critters, squirrels and the like. Did you all bring any bunnies here? Right? You brought the bunnies to Gorg to take care of, and he was like, "Eat them," and you're like, like. Does that
I did
sound
try
right?
not
Bunnies
to.
here. We brought the bunnies here.
So you see the big bunnies every so often. I think one of them will stop, and it's about as tall as you are, Ashavar. It's one of the younger bunnies. Very fluffy, the adorable droopy ears in the front. This one, boom, 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 and pops up. Hi, it's me.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
We've been pretty good. Was this bunny's? Do I recognize this bunny?
Yeah.
And is it bigger than the last time that I saw it?
You can make
There was quite a bit of them. Gorg was excited that they were coming. So
I guess an insight check, just to kind of like perceive from their body language and gestures if it's the same. I mean, there's only one that y'all really talk to. It's kind of just lining up to see if it's them.
Robert the rabbit.
All right. 23.
Oh yeah. It's the same rabbit, and it's grown. Probably another foot since you've seen it last. A rabbit's foot. Just kidding. So hey, yeah.
Hi. You've gotten bigger.
Oh, there's so much to eat here. There's so much.
Oh, are your friends happy? Are you
Yes.
guys doing okay?
Doing all right. It's mostly safe here. There's some creatures that we still have predators, but we don't have to worry about the very scary ones that were on the other island.
That's good.
Yeah.
What kind of predators you got? I mean, I know there's an ecosystem, and I think somebody tried to tell me about a food chain once, but it just went in one ear and out the other.
Nice. Well, there's a very large. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. This one was. Did it speak to you? Yeah, I think so. Or was that just Breelith using speak with animal?
That was
I,
Breelith.
I think.
Okay. All right. So this one is saying that all you hear is, but you recognize it, wiggling his
Oh,
little bunny nose at you and stuff. That's my bad. I forgot.
no worries. Be like, hello, little friend, who is not so little anymore. Can I pat your head? Give him a little scritch on the head.
Nice.
Very fluffy. And so Breelith told us that she talked to it. So like, I know that it can be talked to. I just can't talk to Mr. Bunny.
You try a little bit and starts hopping off into the woods. um yeah, there are a few distractions, of course, but there is a point in which you reach. It's hard to miss in this back area here. This is a decent sized patch of the forest. Where rather abruptly the grass turns brownish, and the there's mud as though it's rained recently underneath the grass in most of the forest, and it turns to more dried out, cracked mud with only a little moisture. The branches and everything on the trees, they seem to have they're alive. They're just not thriving, and the leaves are purple and orange, like they're conserving energy for autumn or winter. You begin crossing to that threshold. What do you? I mean, you approach this threshold. What do you want to do? Do you want to go in and look, or?
Sorry, I spaced for a second. So there's the trees that we've been walking through that are just, normal trees, healthy, fine. And then there's like a demarcation where the trees start to be like in survival mode.
Yep, rather abruptly over the course of like 25 feet, it shifts.
Well, this is weird.
Yeah.
Those trees look kind of like they're struggling to you guys.
Right. They sure do. I mean, I guess it's a magical, mysterious island and all, but I mean, I'd like to know what's going on in there. If that's maybe something's hurting the plant life here.
Yeah, this is kind of, I don't know, we're sort of attuned to this island now, and I guess it's our job to take care of it. So we should probably see what's happening and keep it from spreading.
Right. I think if there's something bad happening here, I just hate to have it reach us anywhere else. So, Boots is
Just if there are any like swampy mud areas, let's not wade into those because you never know.
Nope. No, you won't have to worry about that with me. Forget about it.
Get bad. So yeah, I'll cross the threshold or the demarcation or whatever.
Okay. You begin walking through. And I will switch back over to Liazana on the ship. Liazana, you've crew's done. You're all set. The rest of the crew begins to disembark. Vic, thanks. Thanks as always, Captain. Appreciate you.
Yeah, of
Putting the
course.
labor in.
Anytime.
Yeah. I'll have to make some food for Senators. Putting in requests. Is there anything that you'd like?
Vic, I'm happy with anything you make. It's all very good.
All right, Captain. Nods to the Kip and Wisp, and they head up the elevator and to go enjoy some food. Long bit. How about you?
Yeah, I'll be going with them.
Okay. All right. So you go in and through. That's on the main floor. So as a bing, they get off, they don't even notice the hand. They're just like time to eat. Uh, but you spot it as it's a relatively large hand and it's different. Anything you want to do with that?
He's just gonna go around and inspect it. Like, oh, this is new.
Looks beautiful.
Just kind of checking it out, kind of giving it a close eye. She's kind of just curious, but doesn't really think anything much of it.
Okay. You kind of look at that in this palatial home here, just a lot. You find your way over to the kitchen, and sit down. There's Kip and Wisp. Wisp is just seems to be nursing a headache or something, and he's just sort of head down in his hands, like he's rubbing his nose, the bridge of his nose. And Kip pulls up a seat. Captain, I'm famished.
I kind of am too.
Right? Um, I just walking back into this place. It's I just it just makes me think of way back when we were working on that commercial ship. We met y'all. Certainly never expected anything like this. Just did
Oh
it
yeah,
right. The effort.
I definitely wouldn't have expected to be around this many people for this long. So
Right? We're on the bleeding island of Macaw too, Captain.
that's true.
I thought that I'd just be doing rough navigating for until I retire. But here I am working under a fine captain with an excellent crew that I can get along with and care about. Still,
Important.
I still have Vic's good food. I would have missed that. I would have missed that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you
Vic's a
just
good cook.
hey, oh, incredible. I'm curious to see, Captain, what you get us bring us to next. I woke on top the Bleeding Island Macaw.
I don't know.
Hmm.
Maybe we got a couple places, couple things
Hey,
on the list. Sounds like we might be going to whatever the name of that island is. With
McCullumstead.
McCollumstead.
Oh,
Yeah, it sounds
right.
like we might be going there, which I guess will be interesting
Ooh,
for Vic as well.
hey. Now I heard that island is it's. Well, I don't know. Have you heard any of the rumors about it? I've never been there myself.
I've never been there.
I heard it's relatively abandoned. Like they had a dock and a dock city set up, but then it's a bit of a ghost town. Not like some hazy isles. I hope. I hope there's no deadly creatures flying up about the clouds consuming people there. But
I hope not.
I think it's just abandoned. Wasn't much trade. I think the people that live there aren't really interested in trading with other cities or other people.
Hmm.
Um,
I mean, I guess we'll have to find out. I mean,
mm,
seems to be the only lead we have.
I well, I'm
So,
sure we'll. I know you're on a
I mean,
mission, and I'm here to support it, Leah.
yeah, but I've never wanted to get anybody hurt because of me. So I'm perfectly fine helping out other people too because
Hey,
it'll come.
you certainly get yourself hurt quite a bit for worrying about the same in others. I'm just gonna
Yeah, maybe.
just sure you're keeping an eye out for yourself too. But
Yeah.
listen, it's getting hurt. That's just something that happens. I mean, we don't live in such a place that we don't have to worry about getting hurt. That's just part of the business. Uh, if it happens in pursuit of a good cause, helping a friend, I mean, that's what it's all about. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. I just care about all of y'all and haven't really felt this level of friendship and I don't know, camaraderie with people
Mm.
than in a really long time.
Well, I think we're all the better for knowing you, Leah, so I'm sure
Oh.
everyone feels the same.
Well, I'm glad to have y'all along too. It'd be boring
Oh,
without all
right.
of y'all.
I'm rather pleased I don't have to work that 9 to 5 anymore.
No kidding. No kidding.
And she'll pour back a drink, and Vic will get your food out on his way to give some food to Rhodey. I think is the one that's going to be transporting the food to Sinister. So I will shift over to Sinister, waiting for said food. You've arrived on the let's see, 6th floor. As you step out, there's just the elevator door sort of there on a beach.
Yes. So
Um,
I just gotta hold my hand out to Walker and like, it's nighttime, right?
let's. Oh, you know what? That's actually a good question. Let me check because some things have changed. So I don't know if this will be affected or not. Let me do a quick check. So I got to get my. All right, what do I need here? This. That would be against. Okay. Yes, it is. Let's see. It's still morning time here. It's twilight. So while you're expecting like nighttime, it seems to be a little just earlier than you were expecting. The soft purples and pinks and reds are on the horizon.
Oh, it's a sunset.
Mm.
Oh, sweet. So she can see the tide and the waves and stuff.
Mhm. Waves crash.
Oh, I'd lead her out of like, okay, so this is a beach.
Oh, it's vast.
Yeah, isn't it? You can't see the end of it.
It's a little with it coming in and leaving again. It's a bit dizzying.
It can be. Just focus on the horizon, not the water.
Oh, all right. The sand. You're right that the sand feels fine.
So I just
Least
walk her,
sometimes.
and just kind of, start to take off my shoes.
Yeah, she does the same. Oh, that's a
Get it
feeling.
between your toes.
Yes. Oh. Um. She's just looking around at everything. There's seagulls and stuff. Oh no, doing a little
I've never
annoying thing.
been to a beach on the surface before.
Oh.
I've just only heard of them.
Do you have large bodies of water like this under?
On the surface. I live below
See.
the surface. And we have large lakes and rivers and stuff, but
Oh.
never the beach with sand and the tides.
Will the water? I hope I don't sound like a fool asking, but will it pull us out?
It can. Be careful.
Oh, all right. Maybe just. I'll stand back here where it's, say, one of those waves that
Well,
just comes in a little further than you're expecting, comes up and runs underneath your feet and pulls the sand out. Oh.
See? And I hold her hand. I hold her. I got you. I got you.
Well,
I won't let you get taken away.
Well,
Oh, bringing the cheese.
nice. Rhodey shows up. Bing! Elevator dings
okay.
behind you with a basket full of food.
Oh, let's get from the water and set up
Okay.
on the shoreline.
I feel like this would be excellent for training. It's much more difficult to walk on this.
It is. I hear tell, but I have yet. I've only just sat in it. I haven't really gone out. I'm quite a good swimmer, but I don't know how this works myself. So
Oh, well, I think so. Plyometrics would be wonderful out here. But wait, you can navigate the water.
yeah, it's with the stars and the tides and all that. The moon.
Oh, I have yet to. I've heard of some of our islands that have some bodies, manufactured bodies of water, and people navigate about it.
Where?
But oh, probably have to show you on a map.
On a map.
Yes.
Well, you'll be in luck. We have a large map
You
in the
do?
library.
Oh, all right. Right. Is there on the topic of training? Is there a training floor or room here?
Oh, you want to fight?
Oh, every day, 3 hours of training.
I think I could handle that.
Mm.
There's a couple of us that need to do some fighting training too.
Oh, well, I'd be happy to whip anyone into shape that needs it.
Oh, you're good at that.
Hmm. I can hold my own. Just
Oh,
start
can you?
nibbling on, pulling through the basket because she's hungry.
Well, there's a library and we have that. And if you want to fight, you want to
Yes.
go? Want to train now? Do you want to?
Oh, no, I must eat.
I'm the best fighter on the ship. I'm just gonna say.
Oh, wonderful.
I'm just gonna say it. And I'm the smartest and the handsomest
Oh,
and the most magic you could use.
hey.
You just-
She's
I'm
just gotta
just-
be
I'm just-
agreeable.
I'm just.
Nice. I'm certainly
No.
captivated by the VO line.
No, I was joking. We all do our part.
Yes, of course. Oh, Sinister, so please tell me more about how did you get here? And she'll kind of, I won't make you roleplay the whole thing out, but she's just gonna ask a little bit about your past again, and for the story kind of again, and your family, it's noble.
I'm just gonna start playing a song and do like
Oh.
dancing puppets the whole, like all of our
Nice.
ventures.
Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, cool. Uh, so the meal goes by, and it's fun. I think it seems like she's, kind of captivated with some of the story, especially like your adventures here too. Like with the silliness of some of it, like the giant rabbits, Brelith.
And babysitting the egg.
Yeah. And then like as they were talking about the metal bowl, I can't think of the name for whatever reason. We were just talking about it. But the different tales. She's
Yeah, so we'd go through everything, like the worm, meeting the goddess, meeting her.
yes. So after some food and some good, chat and catching up and doing the storytelling, with music, she's gonna stand up. Oh, that's just everywhere, isn't it? Oh.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh.
it gets, yeah.
I don't like the sand. I'm just kidding. Star Wars.
I mean, sand, it's bothersome, but,
Yes. Well, I think you mentioned that there's a floor with rooms and hopefully showers or baths at
oh,
least.
yeah.
Okay.
We have ways. I mean, it's a decadent house. There's parts of this house I have not even explored all the way.
Oh, really? Oh, wonderful. And that's the fourth floor that has the living quarters. Which
Yeah.
floor is that? I'd like to see if I can find.
The fourth floor, and it's attended. It's nice.
Lovely. Well, I think I'll excuse myself for now and see if I can find a room to stay in.
Oh, I'll let you know that the library is on outside the floor,
Okay.
and
Good question.
and there's a large map there too. I'm quite sure Brelith and her patron, they're all doing things in there too. So no
That's-
telling.
Oh, all right. That's the 10th floor. It's a top floor. It has
It's- It's all the way to the top.
all right.
It's large and vast. And I'm gonna go up there in a little while, but I need to
Oh.
rest.
Oh, right. It's your evening. It's well, thank you for the lovely food and company and the storytelling.
Well, I kind of kidnapped you and made you listen to my story.
It was a delight, seriously. Well, perhaps I'll see you later at I dinner was in the kitchen on the first floor.
It's
Then,
in the kitchen. It's on the main floor.
all right.
Past that, remember that weird statue that changed? It's on the right.
Right, the hand that was just clay. Okay, understood.
Yes.
Well, I'll explore a
So
little. Am I free to explore?
I would stay inside the house.
All right. Um, um, within the house then, perhaps.
I would stay inside the house for now, but
All
I mean,
right.
you feel free to walk around the house. I'm not going to keep you, but
Nothing.
I'm just saying, you
Yes.
might come across a large giant. He's friendly,
All right.
but I'd say stay inside for a minute.
All right.
I wouldn't go out by yourself.
All
I
right.
I wouldn't venture by yourself.
Very well. um, I will. I will do just that then. A delight, Sinister. Are you coming with?
Well, I'll go down. I'm going. Yeah, you're going up. I'm going down. So.
All right. All right. Here we go. You,
Oh,
you
wait.
first. You first. I'll enjoy
No,
the view.
you go. You go.
All
No.
right.
Ladies
Awkward, like
first.
back and forth. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. And she'll go in the elevator. Bing, as it starts to close to go up. Just gives a wave. As it heads up. And are you heading down after that comes back? Are you heading down to your room to sleep, or are you doing resting elsewhere?
I would sit on the beach for a little bit and then I go to my room. I'm trying to figure out like how, this has been a lot from the time of getting arrested. All that.
Yes, facts.
So I would try to communicate with Sharp to see if I can get some guidance, something. I don't know. There's a lot going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, roll a d100 if you would, please. Just elevator
24.
Okay, nothing this time. Did you send a message out?
He
Looks
would
like
he would sit on the beach for a little bit
Mhm.
and then gather his shoes and go back to his room to do a long rest. And then
Okay.
after his rest, he'll find his way to the library.
Ah, all right. Great. Turn off the ocean music here. Let's see where we are. Okay, all right. So we have Breatheth and Zia on the top floor with Doran. No, I'm sorry, Breatheth. You left to go do something, right?
Just went to get some snacks and refreshments
Okay.
for the patron for Doran.
All right. That doesn't take too long. You're able to do that.
Yeah.
Zia, you're spared from any questions for the time being, as Doran is writing a whole list out of all the questions he's going to need to ask later on when he wraps his head around everything he's seeing and hearing. Breathless, ping, elevator. Actually, on your, yeah, no. So you come back up, Breathless, and you've got snacks in tow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Here you go.
Doran.
Here.
Good.
I
Yes.
I got you some of these. I know
Oh.
these are your favorite. I won't.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Yes. It puts us down. Breathe it. You're too
Mhm.
kind. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes. I'll just take
Mhm.
2 of 4 and takes a couple extras.
Please take what you need.
Mm,
Any headway? Anything I can help with? Should I get started on the
many things.
categorization of the books here? Do you think?
I think I don't know. There's just so much to catalog. Do you think that you would be okay continuing your sketch of this
Oh yes, I can definitely
globe
do that.
struggle?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Let me just see if I can find some
fantastic.
colored pencils somewhere.
Mm,
And to give a little bit of color,
mm,
maybe
mm.
some different colored inks. Spice it up a bit.
Oh, yes. All right. Um, very well then. And I am formulating a number of questions. There's so much information. I
Sure.
ask.
Okay.
But perhaps I need to check in. Um, I'm so sorry. I have to go check. Of course, with Diana. and make sure that she's set up with
right.
everything she needs. And I got so carried away.
Yes.
I'll be back, and just takes like 3 more of the snacks out of the out of the bin. I'll be right back. And oh, delicious. Yes,
And
yes.
then Zio would be like, and when you get back, we'll look at the tapestries.
What's up? He's like chewing and
Yes.
pointing at you.
Mm.
Okay. He goes in the elevator and goes down. And that leaves Breelith and Zia up there. Anything the two of you want to chat about?
They could just kind of grab a snack and continue working on the map, probably.
Zia probably is kind of like, so drawing. How's that going for you?
Yeah. He
Growing.
didn't bother you with too many questions, right? Like he was fine, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know any of the answers to them anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Sure. Okay. I just don't want him. I don't want you to feel like if he asks you a question, you don't have to answer it. You know what I mean? I mean, if it's something personal, I mean, I don't want him bothering you with any personal things that you don't feel up to answering. But if you do, that's fine. I just want to make sure that you don't
Yeah.
feel pressured in because he does. It's his job to ask love
Zia
questions,
would
and
just put
sometimes
her
it can be a
hand
lot.
on
Okay.
Breelith's hand and just be like, it's
Okay.
totally fine.
Okay.
He's great. I mean, Breelith, you're a great judge of character. Jordan seems awesome. He's been
Good.
very helpful. And it's fine. I do really appreciate your worry, and it means so much to me that you care so much. And I would let you know if anything, but it's been great. And I hope you two are you okay working in more close proximity? Like, is it good to be?
Yeah, it's fine. It's good. Yeah, we get along like like a forest on fire, which isn't a good thing. So that's probably not a good analogy. We get along like fungi growing together in the forest. There you go.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
get along like bones in a grave.
Very bony.
Blush.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah. Funny.
I'm glad that it's all working out, and that you get to have someone that you can talk more about your sciencey stuff with.
Yeah. Having someone to talk to is nice.
I guess I'll let you get back to drawing, and maybe I'll just try to look at some of these books. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'll figure it. I'll figure something out.
Sure. If you find anything interesting, let me know. I can write it down for the new categorization that we're doing. And she'll hold up like a piece of paper that it's already blank, and it's like books in the library 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. I love that.
That's awesome. All right. So you head off to kind of go down some of the rows of bookcases here, and briefly continue working. Maybe if 10 minutes later, so bing, elevator goes off, and Titania steps out. Click, clack, clack. Hello. Is that?
She's stepping into the library.
Yeah. Yep. Now there's like rows of books, and so you're sort of in the center around that globe, but kind of off to the side. So she doesn't quite see you, but she hears a couple people in here. Hello,
Titania. Hey, over here.
Oh, Thea. Breathe. Yes. You two seem to be busy.
Yes, libraries for busy work. Yeah, we're just here. Sit down. She'll pat the seat beside her or near her.
Okay. Oh, all right. This. She sits down. I am. Oh, she shivers. I'm sorry. I've been forced to study so much. I've strongly
Oh.
dislike
Oh, Rios will
spaces
like
like
close
this.
the book in front of her.
What
It's fine.
is this? And she pokes the globe.
Wait. What? So Rios will
Sorry.
kind of like
Sorry.
urgently reach for her hand and then
Yeah.
gently grab it. Maybe we won't. We're kind of unsure if touching it affects something on the map.
Oh.
It's
Alright.
it's our speculation that it could. But
sorry.
so just it's fine. You didn't know. So just we're just not going to touch it and just hope that everything's fine.
Oh, Titania, I did want to ask you though, like, and you will point to the part that used to be like darker. You're like, are you familiar with any of this area?
In some of my study, let me do a check for her because she's done a scrap ton of studying. Well, there's some speculation on other parts of what exists in the other parts of the world. It looks like a complete map. I don't know if any of this is accurate. There was some of our people have had disturbing visions. I think it was perhaps a half a year ago or so of the quadrant of the world being entirely swallowed up in darkness, but this map looks fine, so that's a relief.
No, it was swallowed up in darkness and now it's clear. See? And Relith will point to the area.
It was.
So that was completely dark. Now you
Oh.
can see it. Like magic.
You don't think that this accurately depicts the world as it is?
Maybe.
Oh.
I drew it out. See? And she'll show her with like different colored inks and stuff. And it's just kind of like green here. Completely conjecture on where this greenery is in the sand. But
nice.
You see, I right here. And then
lovely.
I put a little bit of a gray area over here, see, to show that was in darkness, but it's not anymore. So that way we know. And I have a little key over here. But yeah, it could be a representation of something now.
I'll add that for atmosphere, while this is moderately well lit with magic candlelight and torchlight around the space, and this is also just for Ashavar outside, as you've all sort of been under a canopy of trees and haven't really been focused on trekking. Clouds have rolled in, and rain has begun to pitter patter outside, and there's some soft rumbles of thunder in the distance. Well, but it creates a very calming as the light gets very diffused and a little bit lower in here, and the candlelights dance and fill the space with a calming rain and everything else. Oh, some thunder rolls overhead. Oh. I wonder. I'm so sorry, Breelith. What was the last thing you just said to her?
She just said that it could be like a true representation. Just kind of reiterating.
Open Zoom chat to put all I saw was the emoji. I haven't read any of the context. I just saw the emoji picture. I'm like, okay, I have to read that later. Clearly. This place is incredible. So Sinister mentioned that the sculpture downstairs has changed. That's new. That's interesting. And the place is so grand. Oh. Just looks up at the thunder. Sound of the thunder. Do either of you know what is this place? Where did it come from? How did you find it? Is Zia still like down like in the rows, or has Zia come over at all?
Zia would probably be kind of relatively close by at this point because she asked about the quadrant. And you're like, well, we sort of kind of have some kind of sort of answers to some of those questions.
All
Kind
right. Oh.
of. So I'm pretty sure Celestials.
Oh.
m- If they didn't build this place, they definitely directed it to be built because like everything's in Celestial basically.
Oh, right.
And also, I mean, I sometimes I have like kind of weird visions, but they're not like your
Oh.
visions
Oh.
because
Oh.
I have to do, well, Vic could tell you about it. Maybe it is similar. Maybe there's like a some similarity between.
Oh.
So Vic, he has helped me like regain some lost memories. I guess those are kind
Incredible.
of visions. Well, not
Oh.
really. Um,
It's okay. We
and
can be vision
so
sisters.
I great. um, and then we'll kind of explain how that process works.
Oh.
Um, and how Zia thought that she had never really lived in a home at all, and then it turned out that like she probably grew up at some point here for a little bit, and then her sister and the books, and
Oh,
then we'll
okay.
probably stop and be like, that's a kind of about all we know. I don't know, Brigitte, did I miss anything?
Sounds about right.
Oh,
Sounds yeah. No, the thing that Vic does is pretty amazing. It works.
oh, that's certainly incredible. But this is could be your home. See, I mean, that's the
Oh
takeaway.
yeah,
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I think the Vic Visions thing is way more interesting. But yeah, I mean,
yeah. See, the
I
rest
guess
of us had just like rooms when we came here. Sia's was a baby's room.
Oh,
yeah,
do you think that you were held here, or your parents were here?
that's kind of our working hypothesis, I guess.
Oh,
Um, so yeah, I mean, family problems. Everybody got them.
yes, please, yes,
Uh,
indeed.
this whole thing kind of started when I met Cassius,
Yes.
who we dropped off
Mm.
in a bar in
Oh,
I think it was in Zosa way
see.
back in the day.
Mm.
And I had kind of been wandering from place to place because I was under the impression that my father, who was a celestial, had
Oh,
killed my mother.
oh,
And that's been kind of thrown into question at this
really?
point, and I don't really know anything. It's kind of embarrassing. Like,
Do oh, do you think some of the answers might be here then?
I mean, fingers crossed.
Hmm.
Um, I'm hoping that maybe Sinister's kind of goals and our and mine are
Hmm.
kind of aligned, and that these books are kind of focused on like, from what I understand,
Hmm.
manipulating reality
Oh,
or maybe opening portals. And
oh,
so I hope that we can help kind of everyone at some point, and not just because I don't know, it feels kind of selfish to just at this point, learning everybody else's stories.
I'm. I wish there was more I could do for you and for everyone. Maybe there is.
You're doing so much just by being here. I mean,
Hey, what? What do you? Oh, sorry.
and having your ability to like, foresee things is
Yes.
so crucial. And also you keep Sinister under control, and that's so difficult. So good on that.
Sinister is an interesting individual. A lot of flair. Um. Hmm.
Hmm. That's one way to put it. Yeah.
Mm, mm. Well, if sometimes if I'm spend a good deal of time in proximity with others, this is part of the reason I'm often cordoned off from others and guarded, but not allowed to spend much time in the presence of others because I will begin to have visions of their futures. Typically an important crossroads in their futures. So if I have any of you, I will, in my time traveling with you, I will share.
Oh, it's very nice. It's very exciting. And I'm sure a little scary for you.
It can be a wonderful thing sometimes. Other times it's difficult, and you see, I had a childhood friend that's faced a very difficult moral decision in my vision 2 decades into his future. I foolishly made the mistake of telling a friend, being young myself, and I watched their life slowly begin to revolve around this inevitable decision they would make.
Oh,
This
yeah.
terrible, difficult decision. And it just warped their life, their views, and I've learned to be better about what I share and when I share it. But sometimes it's very useful and helpful.
And yeah, where are her hands, Dan? Are they on the table or by her
She's sitting
sides?
crisscross applesauce, sort of fidgeting with her, not finger
Okay,
tapping, but just
Relith
sort
would
of.
take one of her hands kind of like in her own, which are, soft, with the
Hers are
fur.
not. Hers are very calloused, and she,
For vulgar.
the knuckles
I'm
that are
sure-
all, conditioned.
I'm sure that you do your best.
It's thank you.
And your your visions are a gift. And sometimes it might not seem that way, but, well, it is. So you should believe it.
The former, I don't hear very often. Thank you. The latter is hard for me to hear. It's something my mother says ceaselessly. Visions are a gift. They're crucial. They're this and that, and
Look, just because something is special doesn't mean that it has to be feared, right? It's just helpful, like knowing how to draw. And she kind of motioned to like the map that she was drawing, or
sorry, can you do a quick performance check? I keep envisioning this as like a
Sure.
child's map. And so I just want to see, like, if you're pointing to a map, it's like.
Oh my god. If it's like crayon.
No, listen. It was a natural 20, so 21 total.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, it's expert then.
It's like topographical. Like,
Yeah, the
Well, she
shading
used
for
different
the-
colors. Yeah.
So we have smiley faces and unicorns and ladybugs.
I mean, Braylith went to college. Like,
Yes.
she knows what she's
She took a
doing.
couple of art classes,
Nice. Super fun.
It's helpful and it's useful.
Yes.
Sometimes that's scary, and sometimes, you don't know what to do with it, but it's there, and it's something that's special. It's something that sets you apart in a good way.
Yes. It's more that I feel that my mother sees me only as the gift and how it can serve her. The only praise I get is related to my gift. And it's complicated. I'm sorry. She goes to stand up. Thank you, Breelith.
I mean, hey, if you are more than that, and when you're with us, you don't have to share your gift at all if you don't want to. We would just be happy to have the company.
Yeah.
I can't say many people have shared that sentiment. You enjoy my company. I I appreciate
Well, you
both of
haven't
you.
killed anybody yet, and that's good.
That's an interesting standard to set.
We are
But I'll
very
try to uphold that.
we are very happy to have you here.
Thank you.
I'm happy to be here with the two of you and everyone. It's been a long time since I've been able to open up with anyone outside, except Akrakis. Um, I think since that childhood friend I spoke of, Akrakis has been the only one that's always been there. I'm glad to know you both.
Rela's gonna
And
pull her
everyone.
into a hug and just
Oh,
engulf
she does
her.
not know how to hug, so she's just sort of like getting pulled in and like puts one arm down by your side, the other sort of like.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Rela's just like bear hugging her.
That's, oh, thank you.
Oh,
Breathe it.
okay.
Oh,
All right.
oh, um, well, oh, it kind of snaps her back. She stretches it out. Yes. Well, let me help. Are we looking for books? Are we looking for clues? What are we doing here? And she'll
See if you
just,
need any help. Anything? Okay, yeah. If
yes,
Um,
Zia
Zia,
doesn't,
Zia,
if
how can I
Zia
help you,
doesn't,
Zia? She'll
okay, yeah.
jump up over to Zia.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I think Rila's doing an amazing job
Mm,
with that. Um, I, to be kind of honest, I am not the best reader or researcher,
oh,
and so it's
of course.
there's so much that we don't really know what might be relevant or how it's organized or
Yes.
anything. And so I don't know if anything kind of stands out to you. Um, or maybe like I can read Celestial, but a lot of this is in like
Oh,
older variants or
oh,
dialects that are harder to, I can't understand them very well.
oh, wow.
Um, so, to answer the questions you had when you came in here, like who did build this, who
Yes.
was here, when was the last time they were here, where
Mm,
did they go?
right.
Those are kind of the questions we're trying to answer.
Yes. Will they come back? That might be a good one to add to the list.
Yeah. So
Well,
we've always kind of assumed that the boat that we have, or the boat, the airship that we
yes.
have,
Yes.
um, was kind of the only key to fit in
Oh, I
the
see.
lock that is the island. And I do get a sinking feeling that my sister might have some way to get here as well.
Oh, no.
Although, if you ever asked me to explain why, I couldn't tell you. She just always seems to be 10, 20, 30 steps ahead of us.
Have you mentioned your sister's name to Titania
Yeah, I mentioned
earlier with?
it earlier. I did a
Okay.
big info dump. Yeah.
Jolene. That's I could certainly be wrong, or maybe just aggrandizing all that we do. But when I reconnect with home, I can inquire. It sounds perhaps she's using our services, not mine in particular, but those that are several steps ahead in important tasks, if they're wealthy and connected, could very well be using our services to know where to be and what to do and when. I can inquire,
Yeah,
if you
that would be
wish.
great. I mean, honestly, there's so many there's so many steps that had to happen in such a particular order. Like thinking back on it,
Mm,
I mean, it felt totally random that we came across this airship in the first place.
mm, yes.
And so, I wonder if there might be I don't know, some other force directing our fates almost.
I mean, if you believe if your father's a celestial, and this home is connected to you, and this ship is connected to this home, perhaps you are somehow connected with the ship. Perhaps you were even drawn to it. I'll say this: seen a great many things with foresight. I can't definitively say that fate and destiny are true things that exist in this world, but if I had to bet, I would put my money on it. Unseen guiding hand.
Yeah.
Thea, let's chat. Let's talk, and we'll talk and walk. And if I see any books that look like their importance, we'll take a look. I'm more interested in getting to know
Okay.
you better.
Yeah, and I'd like to get to know you a little bit better too.
Wonderful. Um, and off we go. And she'll just kind of, do that with you as Brila's scribbling.
Hmm.
The patron, Doran, returns and heads over to you, Brila, and he kind of looks at the sheets like, so this is a good start. Um,
Mhm.
but this would just put all the books in one category and be numbered. So while it wouldn't number all the books, I think
Oh,
maybe we can break it down by content and section of the room, so we know like where to look for which.
you're absolutely right. I'll start making a map of the library
Okay,
and just
okay.
start like turning the page and making a map of the library.
Fantastic work on this map, Marina. Uh,
Thank you.
incredible work. Uh, okay, so that's with, and then let's see. Okay. So, quickly, Ashavar, um, Boots, and Ash, you are navigating into this other space with the darkened woods. And can you please make a perception check? I'm gonna have all three of you make a perception check. Damn, Ash, nice. Oh, sorry, you might be muted.
I am the worst.
You're fine. You're fine.
I got a 19. I always forget about that.
Okay. Um, you're all three of you are kind of walking at a slow pace, examining things. Ash stops abruptly, and look around with a quizzical face, and you also get just after her the sense like you don't spot anything, but it feels like you're being watched. There's that definite feeling like did I just miss something out of my peripheral vision? It feels like there's something off in the
I'll,
distance. You hear a couple branches snap.
I'll look over at Ash and you feel that? I feel. Huh?
That's I do. I certainly do. That's an uncomfortable feeling. She looks back at Boots, like we're being like something's just peering at us from through the trees. And well, I don't see anything now that I look, but that uncomfortable feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean,
I think I heard a couple branches snap over that away.
I think maybe I'll just start keeping my eyes peeled as we walk through. I don't hear many creatures and critters out here like I did in the rest of the forest, so. Boots too.
Yeah.
You want to keep your eye.
Yeah. Keep your guard up.
All right. Okay. You continue walking through. You can hear now. If you start feeling some of the rain make its way through the canopy of trees here, and you hear a roll of thunder overhead. Um, and somewhere elsewhere in the forest, Gorg has to pee so bad. And with that, we'll take our bio break. I don't have a good one. I'm sorry. So
That
pretty.
was great, Dan.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Not my smoothest bathroom transition. Uh, so for anyone that is new here, thank you for being here. Pleasure to have you. We take about a 10-minute bio break, so I'll put our BRB screen up, but our audio will be hot because we are, and you can chat with us. So we will be right back about 10 minutes. All right, screen is up. I'm going to quickly tackle the stuff, and then I'll be back to Chatsy.
BRB.
The unsaid but unsat here. Oh, PDM.
What's the drink of choice tonight, Steph?
I'm doing water.
It's probably the smartest idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That Sarah's chair is doing the witness protection thing.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, we got raided? Hi,
Yeah,
Raiders. Okay.
in the middle of break. Sorry, y'all.
My bad.
Give us a couple minutes.
I have some speculations about Titania.
Good, bad, indigesserate.
Probably. Also,
No.
into fitness, working out, calloused hands.
Mm.
Her mother beat her up.
Brambleberry Games, thank you for the raid. I'm gonna take our BRB screen down so everyone can see the ghost that is Sarah.
Witness Protection Agency.
Yeah, that's right. That would be pretty amazing to play a whole campaign as a player from the Witness
the voice
Protection.
modulator.
Yeah. Yeah,
That could be kind of an
Mm.
interesting thing you could do
Mm.
from a DMing perspective. If there were voice modulations, you could do, like, let's say you find a sending stone and you don't know who it is from, you could kind of like
Mm-hmm.
disguise it
Mm-hmm.
or
I have a
something.
certain set of skills. Yeah.
Yeah,
I will
yeah.
find you.
Yeah.
That
Awesome.
could get very interesting.
That would be fun.
Yeah, Brambleberry Games, thank you so much for the raid. Our Sky Pirate campaign, these awesome people here, brilliant role players, and we're doing all sorts of wild and incredible things. We're on a mysterious island, and they're just figuring things out. It's like a way stop full of mysteries and intrigue.
Weird stuff has happened. Things have changed.
Oh yeah.
There's a hand now.
There's lots of hands in this game
Yeah.
doing various things.
They're almost always in the exact same position every time we see them.
They
I think
only
eventually-
rotate
Oh, go
45
ahead.
degrees. Yeah.
Oh, I guess like yeah,
But that's it. They're always within like this arrangement. Yeah.
yeah.
Sorry.
Eventually we'll find an island where it's just the trees just look like hands.
I want one where it's just a big thumbs up, like you got this.
Yeah. Aw. Or what was the thing in the Addams Family? The little
Thing.
the hand.
Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
What if we just get one of those?
I love it.
They do have those in D&D.
Or what are they
quite
called?
creepy.
Are they like a monster or like a familiar?
A pet. Yeah.
Pet.
I mean, I feel like I would be more okay with a pet, a disembodied hand. I think it would freak me out less than like a giant spider.
Yeah.
We
And
fought giant spiders already. So
Yeah, but like I feel like in D&D people are like, oh yeah, I have a spider. That's my familiar. And so like I'd be like, okay, well a hand's not as bad. Also, you could do
Undead
some
hand.
really fun stuff, like let's
Yeah,
give
you
ourselves
could.
a round of applause.
No one will give me a high five. Ah, wait, yeah.
That's why I've got my. Oh, what if it was just like a total bro wizard who like
Always fist
kind of
bumping.
like Barney from How I Met Your Mother?
Legend, yeah.
I'm imagining the hand from Evil Dead, the asshole one,
Nice.
running
Yeah.
around being foil.
That could be chill.
Don't give him ideas though.
Love it. Nice. All right, I'm going to drop us back in. We'll cut back to Ashbar. That way Sarah has some time to come back and Triss is elsewhere. So let's check in with Sinister. I know you're sort of gearing down, I think, for the night, but is there anything in particular you want to do as you're gearing down for the night, or?
No, I would have. I'm saying he would have just looked, did his rest, which is about
Okay.
4 hours,
Okay.
and then went to the library after that time.
Oh,
He
okay.
just let Titania know that he's going to be in the library.
Okay. Okay. All right. So time is passing inside then, as for several hours. Let me since Yazan
He just would have.
is.
I don't know if he had a long rest the game. I had some spells extended, so I just.
Okay. Yeah, we're almost up to. We're probably like 3 hours have passed, so we're almost there. If you want that full rest, the trance rest. Um, I'll
Yeah.
say that as once we get back to Ashvar, that'll pass some time outside too. So I'll check in with Liazana because Trish is trying to eat. So sorry.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I was enjoying some really good ginger cookies.
Oh, that sounds good. I like the bite of ginger. Um, Lisanna, I am drawing a blank as to where you were. I'm so sorry. You oh, you were eating with
The
everyone.
kitchen.
Mm,
Yeah.
See, it's been like, an hour's past. Your belly's full. Kip is gonna head on her way. Wisp is gonna go lay down. You're just not feeling very well. Um, Vic's done. Well, Vic's moved on to prep for the next meal, like the proper lunch meal. What would you like to do?
Let's see. How much time until the next meal?
Probably. I mean, from the time you're at, another 2 hours or so, maybe about 2 hours, like 10
Okay.
a.m.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. She might I guess walk around the house, see if she can find anybody.
Okay. Okay. Any particular floor you want to go to? You remember, of course, the ground floor, second and third floor were closed. Fourth floor has the living quarters, and fifth floor was closed. Sixth floor has the beach. Seventh floor was closed. Eighth floor had the lush forest with a grand mountain range in the background. Ninth floor was closed, and then 10th floor has the dome and the library and all that stuff.
She would probably. I would imagine she would be looking through the floors. She wouldn't stop at the living quarters, but
Okay.
she might stop on the 8th floor in the forest area.
Okay. So, as the elevator goes up, you step in from the ground floor. The what do you call it? The collapsible crisscross gate closes, chunk, and you latch it up, and it begins lifting you up. And as you go up each floor, the floor you're on sort of has a soft glow. It illuminates a glow, and as you're heading up the next floor, begins to glow, and this one dissipates, and so you always have a decently lit view. You're heading up to the 8th floor, you said?
She would probably stop because she would remember that the forest was there.
Nice. So I'll say this then. Can you just roll a D100? Because I don't want to make this happen for you, but if it happens, it happens, and that would be a thing.
I don't want it to happen, but if it does, I have no control over it.
Oops. Nice dice. I love D&D.
Okay. 51.
Okay. So you're like, okay, let me head up. Let me head up to the top. Someone mentioned library, and you're heading up, and you get to about like a little bit past the 8th floor when you remember, wait, the 8th floor, that was the one with the forest. So you stop the elevator and you're like halfway between the 8th and 9th floor. And the floors that don't work don't have a light. The light doesn't come on. But the 9th floor is starting to illuminate because you're halfway between the 8th and 9th. That 9th floor was not open before, but that light would imply that it is. And no one's tried to stop there, so the light hasn't come on for it. Do you go down to the 8th, or do you continue up?
I feel like she would notice that the light started illuminating and she'd be like, wait a second. Like, is this floor open? And she'd probably go try to check it out.
Hey, you pull the old-timey lever there.
That lever, though.
That, you know what you're dealing with, yeah. Nice. And Breatheth taught me well. That's awesome. Did Breatheth learn something too? About herself. Okay, sorry.
Breatheth learned. Sorry, you put your headphones on.
Oh, hi, Steph. Hi.
Hi, welcome back.
Hey.
Bing! The elevator stops at the 9th floor. The door opens up. You're able to take in most of this room at once. It's not an incredibly large room. It's maybe only 60 feet across in total. The innards of this room almost form a sphere, though, the floor sloping down, the ceiling scooping up. There's an uneven rocky floor dressed with stalagmites that dips down, again, forming the bottom portion of a sphere almost, steeply down toward the center of the room. Jagged slate walls help form the outer perimeter of this spherical room. And the ceiling with jagged stalactites hang dangerously low in many areas, creating this enclosed space. Hovering in the very center of this room with a low hum of arcane energy is an somewhat unevenly shapen sphere clad in hexagonal plates of metal that wrap around the sphere in the center. Probably 18 feet from one side of the sphere to the other, so rather large, whatever this is. Between the seams of these hexagonal plates, red, hot molten glows emanate. Prominently displayed, and immediately worrying, are large, glowing, honey-colored eyes with pupils, the pupils of a cat, that stare out from the center of each and every metal plate. Toward the center of this many-eyed sphere, low near its base, an angry maw lies open. Sharp, slightly curved teeth feel ready to clamp down and rend the flesh off anyone foolish enough to place a limb inside this the ember red glowing depths behind the teeth. It sits there, unmoving. Is it plated machinery? A creature of some sort? It's not doing anything but hovering there, completely unmoving.
She will very cautiously and slowly start walking towards it.
Okay.
She's gonna ready her longbow.
Okay. With reflexes, you draw an arrow, knock it into your bow, and begin carefully walking forward as the ground is a bit uneven and it slopes down. walking carefully as though difficult terrain, you manage your way across towards this space. Again, you're not quite, you're like 5.5 feet, I think.
Close to 6, almost
This is
6.
it. Okay, perfect. So this floats maybe like 3 feet off the ground. And there's about 3 feet above it to the ceiling where there's a clearing in the center here. But it's about 3 times your height itself, as it's about 18 feet from the bottom of this floating sphere, many-eyed sphere to the top. So you look up and you see each eye is a little larger than your head, and they have that like this. They're honey colored, but have a vibrant glow and cat-like pupil.
Oh.
They don't move, don't seem to, look or anything at you. It's all unmoving. The just in front of your head almost, well, 3 feet. So yeah, just in front of your face almost is again about the size of your head. Um, exempt like where a plate maybe was before, but isn't now, is that it looks like a mouth with the teeth inside and just more of that ember glow that kind of emanates from between all the cracks of these plates. Same thing inside this mouth, as far as you can see in. About the size you could almost like put your arm in it comfortably. Yeah.
Oh. I mean, she's definitely not going to do that. But how close does she get? Can she get pretty close and it's still not like responding?
Yep. You carefully navigate close. You can get close enough to touch it if you wanted.
She's going to kind of take one of her arrows and just kind of like the forgive me, I forget the name, the back end of it, and she's going to just kind of like very lightly like poke at it a little bit to see if it does anything.
Okay. You poke a plate, poke an eye. It's just boom, boom, boom on like the lens of an eye. Kind of bubbles in a little as you push it with the arrow. Doesn't do anything.
He's going to just a little bit, not too much, put a little bit of the back end of the arrow into the mouth and see if it does anything.
You put that into the mouth, doesn't do anything. If you feel the arrow doesn't feel warm, even though it looks kind of like a lava-esque glow between the cracks and in here, it doesn't feel warm at all when you pull the arrow out.
Okay. Is there anything else? Does she spot anything else in the room besides just this big object?
No, the room's moderately dark because of the black and grays of the stone, and the only light source is coming from all the glows between the cracks of this armor. So it's dim light, but it just looks like a strange enclosed little cavernous space, cavern-esque rather.
Okay. After she, of course, inspects it a little bit, she's going to, she's gonna mind link to, I guess, at least the main crew, and be like, where is everyone right now?
You get their status
Library.
reports. There you go.
Yes. Waking up.
We're in the creepy part of the forest.
What?
Oh, that sounds rad. We're in the library.
Okay. Breelith and Zia, I'm coming up to you, but did y'all know that the 9th floor is unlocked now?
What's the 9th floor?
There's the 9th floor?
Yeah, you have to get to the 9th to get to the. You have to pass the 9th to get to the top.
Oh,
The
that makes
library.
sense.
Yeah, it unlocked.
Wait, so that
And-
means you're right below us?
Yeah.
Zia would just start jumping up and down and like, can you hear us?
Does she hear them?
You don't. Nah.
Okay, no.
Oh, the plot thickens. It's soundproof.
Nice.
So there's this like really gigantic spherical object in this very dimly lit room that's about 3 or 4 times the size of me.
On my way.
Yeah, you do that. And it's got a bunch of eyes on it.
Wait. What?
Hey, Zana, you're not close to this, right? You're not, like...
I
Right by
actually
it.
am. I'm like right next to it.
Don't.
Okay, but
Maybe
please
you
tell me
should
you
step
didn't
away.
poke it. Please tell me you didn't poke it.
I poked it with an arrow. I didn't poke it with my
Please,
fingers.
oh my god!
Brilith,
It could have killed you!
Brilith's already
It's
going
not
out the door
responding.
and going towards the elevator.
It's not responding at all. It's just sitting here. I mean, it's floating.
You hear
Oh
a
my-
colored pencil fall
I
to the
promise
ground.
I will even walk away from I'm walking away from it right now. I will
Okay.
I'm keeping my eye on it. I'm walking backwards.
Sounds good, sounds good. And you'll probably walk right into
Someone's called the elevator.
Yeah. Titania will go like, not know what's happening, but like, is everything all right? Where are we headed?
Yeah, I think, Brilith just really has to use the restroom, so, and there's not one on this floor, so she's gonna go down and...
Who's pressing the button?
Best of luck. They're all baths, just in case. And the door opens for you, Brilith.
Oh, he gets immediately in and starts pressing the button continuously until it closes.
It waits like that 10 seconds.
Because as we all know,
While she's
elevator
pressing
close
Sinister's
buttons.
like, how does this work?
Nice.
Of course.
Who goes down one floor, Brilith, and sure enough, the door lights up when you come to a stop.
Brilith has her staff in hand and is like ready to like...
All right. The door opens and you see this same enclosed spherical cavern with all the slates and everything in this hovering sphere that looks like a sort of slightly misshapen sphere with hexagonal plates. The glowing honeyed eyes in each one, and the cat pupils and all, and Lisanna in front of it, right in front, way down in the middle in front of it.
Lisanna. Lisanna.
Are you getting off the
Come on
elevator?
down.
What? Yeah, she gets out of the elevator. Yeah.
Okay. Ding, it closes and begins heading down.
I'm wondering if Ashavar's posting. Are we all poking? It would be comical, like he's trying to get it and it's already ding being occupied. And he's like, oh.
So that gives you Brilith a little bit of time with Lisanna as the elevator is going down for Sinister.
Yeah, it does.
Soundproof. Yeah.
You might want to not be so close to the weird-eyed thing.
She's already backed up a little bit, but like she's still she probably has about 6 feet between her and the
Brilith will like
the object.
go over and like kind of like grab like the edge of her like her like the fabric on her sleeve and like what this is kind of weird. Are you okay? Did the poking what?
I'm fine. I mean, I didn't poke it with my finger or anything. I used an arrow. I mean, I'm kind of smart.
No.
Some days.
You are smart. Absolutely. It's
okay. I'm fine, Brilith.
This doesn't seem natural. Can it hear
absolutely
us,
not.
do you think? Hi. Hey.
You just hear there's a low buzz, the arcane hum of magic.
Wheeler takes a step back.
And it sounds like the engines, doesn't it?
It's similar.
Don't you think?
Do you think it's what's keeping the island afloat?
I don't know.
Wheeler will just start keeping the same distance from the circle from the sphere and just kind of like make a circle. Like, can you make it around it? Is it in the middle
Yeah.
of the room?
Mhm,
It's in the middle of the
mhm.
room, right?
Yeah.
So she'll kind of like circle around it, like watching it and just see if there's.
Same thing all around. No movement in the eyes. No movement in this sphere. Every section is covered in one of those hexagonal plates that's a little bigger than your head, and each one has an eye, except that one space in the front where it's that mouth-like space.
Okay. Oh. She's gonna cast detect magic.
Okay, it tells you the school, right?
Yes, sense the presence of magic within 30 feet. If you sense magic, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn at School of Magic if there's any.
Okay. This structure is humming with magical energy. So there's some mixed schools of magic in here, but the
Sure.
biggest one that you are reading is divination.
Okay. I'm sensing some divination magic.
Bing! Elevator
lot.
opens up so you can get on it, Sinister. You're on your floor. You have to wait the 10 seconds. Door closed, starts
But
to
by the
close.
time he's like humming,
Oh.
impatient humming.
Oh.
So it's divination.
Do you think? Relith will kind of like sidestep back over to keeping like not turning away from the eyes. Back over to Liazana. Do you think it's listening to us? Like, do you think it's like, you think someone's listening to like the island? The house? Someone's watching us?
I mean, it's kind of hard to watch from a soundproof room that's dimly lit.
Maybe it's connected magically.
Bing! The elevator arrives and opens up for you, Sinister.
Relith like on pins and needles, so we'll turn around with like her staff in hand.
Immediately,
Like,
you just see the detect magic going off.
Oh, nice. Tons of magic from this structure.
It starts to pull them backwards.
It's fine. It's fine. It's not. It's not. I don't know what you think it's listening to.
There's so
Hey,
much
are you
magic
li-
coming off of this. It looks like magnetic fields that arc and
There's
ripple up.
there's a lot going on this. It's possibly watching us, but there's several schools of magic going on here.
Hey, if you're watching or listening to us, there's really nothing to watch or listen to. We're just here, just enjoying the house, looking at the library,
Relith,
going into different
Relith.
rooms. It's
Relith.
fine. It's
Relith.
okay. I'm talking to it.
Relith.
So
Relith.
if you're
Relith.
the island or the
Relith.
house,
Relith.
we don't mean you any harm. We're here to just kind of enjoy it and
Relith.
find out
Relith.
some secrets. Yes, Sinister.
It's not talking back, so
Well, it might not be able to, but it might be able to hear me and understand me. So some things are intelligent, but they don't say anything. They don't speak. So
well,
Justin, I think you're intelligent if you're if you can hear me.
Relith.
I think you're very intelligent.
Relith. Relith.
Being.
Relith.
Yes.
None of this
Sinister.
matters, but we need to figure out what this is.
we do.
We're just gonna step out of the room and talk. If you need us to come back and if you need anything, just I don't know, have an eye show up somewhere. Okay, we're gonna bye.
Let's,
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was
Okay.
gonna say, let's go to the library and regroup.
he's looking at it and he's gonna think to himself, and he's gonna cast let's see, dispel magic.
Oh.
See what happens.
Can you make a quick intelligence check for me, Sinister?
Okay.
With advantage.
All right. All right. I'll take the nat 20. And it says it's intelligence. That's a 21.
Okay. I'm gonna send you a message. Or through Discord.
Okay. There we go. Oh, I see that you sent me a message. I'm sorry.
Oh, no worries. No worries.
Because I really don't trust this thing.
This is maybe gonna be terribly typed up because I just want to get the info to you. Nothing major, but just a point of consideration given your history with dealing with a lot of magical things like this.
Okay.
But that just food for thought. Do whatever you want.
It's gonna take him a while, so he's gonna try to identify this.
Okay.
And before he dispels it, but he's worried about this,
Okay.
so he's gonna tell them, I need to do a ritual in order to determine what this is, and I would like to be alone in case something awful happens.
You should be alone in case something awful happens. Breelith will sit down against the wall.
No, Breelith, I need total concentration.
I won't say anything. Breelith will pat the floor beside her for Liazana to sit down. I don't even know we're here.
I guess you know what I can use. You know that one time we got bit by the spiders and you did that thing to keep me safe in a bubble?
Yes.
Oh.
Do that.
Yeah. Oh. I can do that. Make sure I have it over. And make sure it's still in here. Okay. Yeah, it is. It was like sanctuary. I think it was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
it only lasts a minute, Mister. I can stand by though, and if I see something that looks like it's going to attack, I can try to throw it up really quick.
Yes. Just
Okay.
in case. Have that at the ready.
I will.
So he's going to attempt to identify.
Okay.
He's going to ritual cast it,
Nice.
which takes 10 minutes.
Okay. Sinister, you start setting out like the different components around to build this spell out. Breelith, you get some of your stuff ready, components, just in case you need to cast this spell. And you begin the 10-minute ritual for identifying. And while that's going on, outside, let that sit in suspense for a little bit. Ashavar, you are continuing to walk through with Ash and Boots. And Ash, it's regular conversation between the three of you. Everyone's keeping a careful eye. Can you make a perception check, please? And I'm going to have them do the same. It's really good.
15.
Okay. So while it doesn't get any more intense, that feeling of being watched also doesn't get any less intense. It's just kind of there in this portion of the woods. But you may adapt to it a bit, maybe not. Boots seems to have adapted a bit to it, and Ash. Oh, well, I can't shake that feeling. But no, does it look like the trees are? They all look about the same here. I was sort of expecting them to get worse or something. Lead us
Yeah.
somewhere. Hmm. Is there anything that you see, Ashvar, that might lead us in? And you can make a survival check if you want to see if there's any new spot.
Okay. Look at all these +1 skills.
Oh no, Ashvar.
Holy shit! Dirty 20.
Oh, nice. Okay, beautiful,
Nice.
beautiful.
I like this. This is my rainbow die that one of my friends gave me. I like this one.
Oh, yes, that's awesome. Yay. Um, okay, so with the dirty 20, while the forest does appear to be in an equal state of whatever this is, um, you catch sight of it. Maybe it looks like some tracks. You might have to take a closer look, but they're off in the distance, some 30, 35 feet near. The trees are pretty dense. Maybe they're all about 6 to 8 feet apart through here. So you're walking over roots and loose brush. But you think you see maybe some tracks off in the distance a bit. Do you want to check them out?
Yeah, I'll point him out and say,
Oh,
let's go check that out.
all right. What is it?
But, be careful.
All right.
And as we walk, I've kind of got like a ray of frost, like I'm readying a ray of frost in case something hops out at us.
Hey, nice. You get most of the spell prepared, and there's like little bits of snowflakes that fall off your fingertips just as you hold it by your side, ready to cast. um, you approach, and you see it is indeed a set of tracks. They're a bit hard to find because the steps are so far apart. There's whatever's making these seems pretty large.
Oh boy.
Maybe the size of oh my gosh, I can't the hill, our friendly hill giant. Gorg, right? Gorg. But this seems to walk on all four legs and not on two.
Okay. Am I looking at a four-legged person, or
It doesn't look like feet. No, it looks more like man, it's not like any hoof or any kind of print. So it's a combination of something that's maybe a meteor print, but has some longer, like Talon-esque. Nothing like grand talons, but something Talon-esque in each of the toe sections of where the hooves would be, maybe.
okay? So it's big and it's got claws of some kind. Fun.
Boots. Right. Well, look at the time. I didn't realize it had gotten so late. I think I'm gonna head back. Use both can do whatever's you wants to. Think
Ashavar will offer to go with Boots and Ash back to the house. Maybe bring the rest of the crew later to
Okay.
check out the possibly dangerous taloned animal.
Nice. Okay. Right. Yeah. Good. Good thinking, boss. Thank you, and I'll go with you. Ashipar might add, maybe if we catch Gorg again, we can ask him if he knows anything about it too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Let's get back to the house. Sounds like it's gonna open up. Sky's gonna open up soon too. As holds out her hand for some of the drizzle.
Yeah.
All right. And the three of you begin to return to the house. Right. Are there any other mental link updates for like Zia and Ashavar, or while this is going on, like anyone messaging Zia or Ashavar to update them? Or it's fine if
Where's
not.
Titania? She's with.
Zia up, so
Okay.
one level up. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay. So no word, but 10 minutes goes by. So if Ashavar or Zia have anything they want to check in on, please feel free to. But if not, if you're like, nah, they've got it, then that's fine too.
Ashavar will probably, mind link the group to let them know that there's this section of the forest where the trees appear to be in survival mode, and there's a big animal with claws walking around in that area.
Not gonna bother me concentrating.
Nope. Yeah.
Oh, it might be like I don't know, Carmine's mom or something.
Oh.
Huh? Could be.
I mean, we've only seen one thing here that would fit. I don't know, that would even be that big anyway. So
I
right.
dropped the dial tone. Dude.
Yeah.
It's probably like, just an animal with claws.
Observant.
Yeah.
Well,
Thank you, Sia.
of course. Well, let's, if y'all can get back to the house, we'll have some food ready for you in the kitchen once you get here, and you can inform us what happened in the woods.
Yes, sounds good. We're
Oh,
heading back.
No, it doesn't.
Zia, do you want to head down then to the kitchen?
I can invite Titania as well, and we'll
Okay. You'll happily go. Yeah.
yeah, but definitely not eager to go to the floor where all of the other stuff is going down.
Okay, yeah. You go by it and you just look at the glowing doors and like, okay, yep. Down you go to the kitchen.
Good luck.
You got it. All right, so the 10 minutes goes by. It's probably like going to be another 10 minutes after that Ashbar before you make it back to the house. Be like 20 minutes in total. So 10 minutes goes by in the house, though. You're halfway there, as inside the house, Sinister, you finish casting your identify spell. I'll send you a message just to keep up the fun of because you get to hear it, so you can share it if you want to.
All right. Not
yeah.
shady at all. Oh, jeez. Lots of typing.
Hmm. All right, typing's for shit. I'm so sorry. If you don't understand any of it because it's totally botched, let me know. Oh, let me add a piece to
Oh. Well. Oh, nice. This is remarkable.
Saying that out loud.
Yeah, I say it out loud.
What is it?
Whew. Expensive, but useful.
Does it have anything to do with the island?
It, that I don't know. Probably is considering why it's available to us. I don't know. But this is a useful tool, but it requires quite a bit to use it.
Oh,
So-
okay.
So what is it?
You know how you want to spy on somebody with a scrying spell?
Sure.
Like you want to check in on your mom, or maybe see what my sister's up to.
Okay.
I've heard of it. I've never used it before. Nope. But
Well,
I know about it.
this will let you do it, but it costs. It comes with a cost.
What's the cost?
Ugh. 1,000 gold worth of stuff to use it.
That's
Goodness.
that's that's a lot of gold.
You know, I mean, if you need to check in on someone, like if we need to figure out what's going on with Cassius, we can see him and hear him, probably. Without having to know how to cast this.
Okay.
So
I
you
guess
put
yeah,
the
that can be helpful if a little bit intrusive, but helpful. Um, yeah. Well, thank you for finding that out, Sinister.
we'll stick your hand in it.
What?
Stick your hand in it.
Uh,
Why?
I just want to see what happens.
oh no.
Stick your hand in it.
Brilith had already taken a couple of steps forward and was like, "Oh, you're funny, Sinister."
He sticks his hand in it.
Nothing happens.
I'm not worth 1,000 gold pieces worth of magic.
That?
Oh my
If anyone
god.
has like a fancy engagement ring on or bracelet or something, don't put your hand in there. Yeah.
Maybe it's not that you're not worth that much. Maybe it's that because you need to stick your whole body in there to be worth to,
No, what I think it comes with a cost, so it has to be large
Okay.
enough component wise to use it. So it's useful but expensive.
Do we have to use that or provide that like for every person we want to keep an eye on, or how does that work?
It's one-time use. I mean, you can use it over and over, but it comes with a cost each
So
time.
1,000 gold every single time,
Well,
or
a
something
component,
worth.
a component spell-wise. Usually, Brelif, you have like different spells that come with a gold cost. Like my
Yeah.
mother,
Uh-huh.
she
Yeah.
could do things like that. So it's one of those kind of components, like
Bringing someone back to life.
right. Or she used to make these meals that make you feel pretty good.
Oh, well, my mom did that, but I don't think that she had to pay 1,000 gold for it.
Well,
But that's
That-
nice.
that meal cost a lot.
I'm sure it was great. I'm sure it was very delicious.
It gives you an
Um,
advantage to your armies.
Oh, did your mom had armies?
We had 2 or 3, maybe.
My mom had 13 kids. So
Okay.
kind of could be an army in some aspects.
Well,
Okay.
But yes, in order to use it, it's a device. I've seen these before. I don't think it's a two-way street. I think it's on our end.
Okay.
Although we should put a blanket over it just in case.
And plus, I don't want Carmine to climb in that mouth.
Well, you have to recite the spell plus add the
Okay.
okay.
Carmine's smart. He might. I don't know. But okay. Okay.
I will add that because you took the time to use identify Sanctuary, you'll know factually that it can't be used. You know, I mean, it's not being used in reverse. I think any item, if someone knows what it is, has the potential to scry use. You know, an item known, but
Yes.
it has to be someone that knows this. So that could be anything in this tower for that matter. So
Yeah,
nothing.
so you know, the gist of it is it's not like very super easy to use, but can be used. But also, I want to put a blanket over it. It's kind of unsettling.
Yeah. Let's yeah, we can find a blanket in the house. Yeah.
You'll need like 14 blankets just because it's
God.
like 18 feet.
I
From
didn't
us to
realize
the
it was
other.
that big.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
Well, we can sew some blankets together. We can make it work.
Well, you know, again, just for safety, and this floor just opened up. I wonder if there are other floors that open up.
I didn't see any. This was the only one that lit up on my way up.
Maybe it has something to do with that palm. Who knows?
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, ta-da! We have a thing.
Okay. Well, it's good to know.
We have a big thing. Lots of eyes.
Shavar, you get home at about this time. You're down in the cave with the ship and the elevator. Just timing wise, you know.
So, okay, all right, so I'm not gonna go to the library. I would leave this place. He's gonna go to his room and put a sign on, like, proceed with caution sign.
Nice, yeah. Okay.
I mean, just to be safe. Not sorry, you know. A lot of magic going on. You just don't want to go poking it with things. And
Yeah, and that's good. I'll try to sew some blankets together too.
I'm just concerned, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna head out since we're down in here, and I don't want to hang around this creepy sphere.
I mean, it begs the
longer
question
than I
on
have
why
to.
is it here? Why is it here?
Why are a lot of things here, Sinister? There's a room that's an ocean. There's
There's a room,
a
that
jungle.
has
There's
spying equipment, basically. Set up.
there's weird glyphs on some of the levels that we have to translate in order to open.
Oh,
There's a lot going on here that
maybe
kind of
maybe
like,
we can get Zia in
ooh,
here so she can look and
a
we
weird
pay the
hand.
cost. We pay the cost to see her sister, or you know, see what Cassius is up to, or whatever. You got 1,000 gold?
No. I gotta go. I'm gonna go and
He just gets on the elevator. Lisa, are
Yeah,
you
really?
going or?
yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna
okay.
I'm gonna head out with Breelith.
I'm just gonna follow behind, but I'm gonna
Okay.
stand in the corner and just kind of look at her like.
Nice. The awkward
Doesn't even
elevator
look
ride
at
down.
Sinister.
Yeah, just staring at her like, was not satisfied with that.
Nice. All right. So, Breelith, please, are you getting off like on the main floor?
Breelith's
dinner?
gonna get
Lunch?
off at the forest floor.
Okay, I think that is floor number.
I think 8.
Yes, 8. Yep. Lisa, how about you?
Since she's getting off, since Breelith's getting off, she's gonna probably follow her.
Okay, you hop off as well.
I continue on down, but as I'm going down, I'm looking.
Nice.
Doesn't even look.
Nice. Sinister, were you going to the to your bedroom or down to the main level?
Oh, he's gonna go find where everybody is. Titania. Ashavar said something weird, so he's probably gonna figure out if he can talk to her or whatever. Just where everybody else is, but still like not satisfied with what Ree just
Nice.
said. No.
Nice.
Still
Nice.
looking like.
The best chance to get some information on is probably the main floor. But you're welcome, of course, to send a mental message to Ashbar if you want to on your way down.
Yeah, Ashvar, are you here yet?
You're in the cave down, but waiting for the elevator.
We're here. We're waiting for the elevator. It's it's a long elevator.
Oh, I shouldn't have
Could
pressed
use some-
pause. I shouldn't have paused that. Okay, I'm coming.
Could use some music in there. Like
Oh, hold on.
maybe some easy listening for the over 30.
The girl from Staffy Island plays.
Da, 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 da.
I was thinking like the D&D version of Aerosmith Love in the Elevator.
Oh, nice, nice. Are you headed all the way down then, Sinister, to collect Ashavar?
Well, I'm hoping that I'm just gonna, since she's at the bottom, I'm just gonna stay at the first floor, hoping that
Okay.
she's gonna come back up and see me. If she passes me up and be like really upset, but still,
Nice. You get
it's
off
that kind of day.
Yeah. You get off there and you're sort of in the main area. You do hear, noises from the lunch hall there because, there's a crew starting to gather and crew from the other ship. There's like a dozen of them in there. Ashavar, as the elevator bings, you hear some excited chatter from, I'm so sorry, Diana, I think? From Diana, like a level below. Oh, come on, OBS, just move. Hey, thank you for the raid. Arvin
Raided
Elrond, hi, thank you. You do hear like a few exclamations, and it's like, yes, this is all right. Yes. And then, which floor do you want to go to?
We'll go to where the food sounds are.
Okay.
Ashavar hungry.
Nice. Okay. Bing, to the main level, and you hop on out. Now you catch that item that's changed. The clay pit now has that extended hand, like a beautiful sculpture.
Dang.
Right?
Nice. Boots is like, yeah. I wonder what else that can do. Huh? It was maybe a ball of yarn. Oh, that
Maybe.
food smells great. Yeah. So
I'm gonna relay to what I found to Ashvar, probably
Yeah.
with like some illustrated lights and stuff.
Creepy eye sphere with
Mhm.
the. Oh, that's a thing. I'll just go check that out without touching it.
Do you have? Okay, you can use it to spy.
I don't have.
But
anybody
you
I wanna
need
spy
like
on.
you need specific spell components, and usually they're the expensive type. So don't put your fancy jewelry in there.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Right.
So,
I'm gonna go get some food.
what was this about an animal?
Oh, right, yeah. You know that section of the forest? It's kind of darkish. We checked it out, and there were some tracks. The large non-humanoid animal.
I don't know.
It could be.
That from tracks probably has claws of some kind. Maybe not
Okay.
the gore you to death kind. Maybe the just
We're gonna need more blankets. Just put a
way.
blanket over that.
You say that out loud as you're entering the kitchen. I mean the dining area here. So a couple of the crew from the other ship look up as Sinister and Ashfar walk in. So they're like, "We're gonna need more blankets."
Are we building a pillow fort?
Yes, we should. We have enough people.
Yeah, we could make a pretty awesome pillow
Yeah,
fort.
it would be big.
Yeah.
But no, usually to cover up things that are unpleasant, put a blanket over it.
Oh. Interesting practice. So we're gonna go find the clawed animal and put a blanket on it.
No, just the tracks.
Well, if it rains really hard, they'll probably be gone by tomorrow. and it was drizzling when we were walking back. So this problem might take care of itself, except for the animals still existing and, you know, being in the forest. And
Just don't go
forests
over
is-
there.
Well, what if it spreads? You know, like the trees didn't seem very happy, and I'm not even a nature-y person.
Is this
Well,
conversation happening while the rest of us who are in the kitchen can hear, or?
Yeah,
I think we
it's in
walked
that
into the
space.
dining area, so
Mhm.
yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm like doing my usual, getting the wine and grabbing food, mage handing food. So, you know, just don't go over there. It's bad.
So, yeah, see, at this point, it would be kind of keeping track of all who's here, and it's like, okay, so we're missing Diana,
Mhm.
Brilith, and Liazana.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
so mind link real quickly to Brilith and Liazana and be like, you're alive, right?
What? Yeah. Yeah, we're just in the forest room.
Okay. We've got some food together in the dining area. Do you want us to save you anything?
I'll be up in a bit.
Okay, take your time. And then we'll mind link to Diana and be like,
Mm.
hey, there's food ready if you wanna pop up. You've been down there for a while. Oh, I can't mind link to
Yeah,
Diana.
yeah, sorry.
Oh, sorry about that.
So it went nowhere.
Would probably be like, oh, maybe, and would probably tap Doran then, who
Mhm.
assumedly is there, and
Yes,
be like,
yes.
we should go check on Diana, right?
Right. Yes, we need store glycogen. Let's do this. Yes, I'll get her. Oh yes, here we go.
Oh, okay, perfect,
Mhm.
great. Thank you.
Of course. And he's like looking at the food, like okay. Hustles out to you.
Let me
take
at
some.
it! Let
We'll
me
take
at
some.
So he goes out to do that. I guess then we jump over to Brilith and Liazana. You two have entered the 8th floor of this mysterious building, which opens out into this lush forest, mountain ranges off in the distance. It is sunrise here. Now, mind you, it's noon in the tower, but as you step through these doors and enter this other worldly space, sun is just peeking up over the trees. There's a mist that covers the forest and from the morning dew on the grass.
It's really pretty, isn't it? Dan, is the 'cause
Taking it in.
I'm pretty sure that this is where we kept
Mhm.
Carmine's like area where we like were. Isn't this where we kept him, like in this area?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She would just kind of go over to that area if there's anything still like set up there or no, but she would know like where, his little like egg was for so long and just go over there and just kind of like sit down. Um, you doing okay, Yasana?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Are you
I-
sure?
I mean, I guess as good as I can be.
What's wrong?
Oh, nothing. Just lots of stuff going on, and
Are you thinking about the people, the group that's after you?
oh, I don't know if they're really after me, but yeah, it's constantly on my mind.
Brilith will get up and go over and give her a hug. Listen, everything will be okay. All right? You got all kinds of people around you to help you. I mean, as long as you don't go poking huge spheres with eyeballs in it on a consistent basis, it should be fine. Oh, by yourself. I forgot to throw that into my, what I was saying. Um, It'll be okay. You're okay.
Appreciate that. I just don't feel okay.
What can I do to help you feel okay?
It's going to think for a second, and she's going to say, just don't leave me.
Relith will kind of take your hands in hers. Never. As long as you want me here, I guess. Okay?
Would it be okay, Brilith, if I told you I wanted you here forever?
Oh. Be okay. If you want me forever, I will be here as long as I can.
That
Um. Relith will give her a kiss on the cheek and then give her another hug. Just kind of give her a bear hug. Okay.
This would be an awkward moment for Sinister's bacon song, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, because I don't want to cut it short, but I don't want to step on any if there's like just a lingering intentional
I think
pause between anything else.
she was doing something. Oh. Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
She's actually going to go for a full kiss to you.
Yeah. Relith will return it. She'll return the kiss and just kind of like pause for a second and look a little bit surprised, but then smile. And do you wanna and she's just blushing. Even through like the purple fur, you can see like a little bit of blush. Hi, you wanna go and get some food
Yeah.
with me? And
Yeah,
she'll
I would
hold
like
her
that.
hand.
I would like that.
Okay.
And she'll hold your hand too.
All right. I'll walk to the elevator.
Oh, as figures interlock with a beautiful special hand holding, the two walk to the elevator with the breeze at their backs and the sunrise softly illuminating their glow, their loving glow from their first kiss shared. I don't know if I can continue tonight. Whew. Okay, so you head back to the elevator. That's so great. You return.
It only took a year and a half and several deaths in between.
I know, dying for one another.
Stretching and
Countless
fighting and
times.
lever pulling.
Yeah,
Oh my
a lot of
goodness.
lever pulling.
Yes. The two reach for the lever in the elevator together at the same time. Oh. Down you go to the the main floor. Okay, and into the area. It is bustling. There's at least 36 crew from the other ship, probably their maximum complement now, almost in there. Vic is like overwhelmed, like he's doing his best, but he's running around like a maniac trying to like he's been trying to keep up. And he just switched over to like big, meals that can just all be put together and feed a lot of people.
I'll send Rhodey to help him with the tray, just following him around.
Vic sees that, gives you a nod, like thank you. And you see everyone else there except Doran and Diana currently. You all see. Are you still holding hands as you walk in the cafeteria?
I think we would probably like hold her hand the elevator, going all the way to the floor, and maybe when they step out, but she'd probably maybe kind of give her like a playful like kind of nudge to the shoulder, kind of like shoulder bump, and then probably unclasp the hand with a smile, like not trying to reassure Liazana that like it's not anything like but it's not anything like personal, like she's like ashamed, but just and still blushing.
So everyone else sees Liazana and Breelith. How's Liazana's composure as you walk into the room?
She's probably she's gonna seem a little more reserved. Probably blushing a little bit too, if you're really paying attention.
Minister probably would notice them come in and still be looking at Breelith. Like,
Breelith is so flush in the face, like.
Oh yeah, she definitely, yeah.
And then look at Liazana.
Also slightly blushing.
Goes back to drinking wine.
Nice.
Oh, well played.
So there's food to be had, galore in here. Vic's, this has been happening over the past like 45 minutes. So food's coming out now and big, like, a couple of the giant rabbits that have been left over is able to use the rest of those up, and some other food, and stews and other things that he's just kind of clearing out the fridge to feed everybody, and you have a chance to catch up. Ashvar is able to share with everyone everything that she experienced out in the woods. Since is able to share, everyone that they want to, because there's the main table where you are. There's been other I think there's a bunch of tables, like 6 different long farm tables in here that seat like 12 people on each side, 24 per table. So there's the other crew is sort of off in the other table. So any information you want to share in a hushed tone, you can, especially over the bustle of everything else. So Sincere is able to share anything about that. Many-eyed sphere that floats in the middle of that new room. And as you're all talking, it's been a bit since, a good 5 or 10, or maybe 8 or 10 minutes since Doran left to get Diana. The two of them rush in to the room. Wait, everyone. Doran says, everyone. And Diana just kind of pushes past him a little bit. You're not going to believe it. We've translated it. First door, the one you have the codex for, we've done it. And Doran's like, no, it was you. You've done it. Okay, but it's done. Are you ready?
Yes.
What's it say? Let it out already.
Totally ready. Very ready.
Well, so it's complex, but so simple. But we can open it. The important thing is, we can open the door. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
No.
Oh,
damn.
We're back.
Oh, that
to
one
the
coming.
Foreshadowing format, I see.
Goes back to drinking wine.
Cliffhanger.
What else can happen today? Like we. Ooh.
Oh boy.
Indeed. Oh my gosh, what an amazing session, players! Bravo.
thank you.
Oh, Dan.
Yeah, props.
Oh,
Yes,
shucks.
Bravo to DM.
Aw, you're all so sweet. What fun. I had such a fun time tonight. And I'm still like, there's so much going on, of course. But obviously, the Breelith and Liazana thing that I have like 20 pages of fanfic about now. I've
more
just
than
been
that,
rooting
man.
for, yes. For so long happened. Like began, there's that spark and the kiss.
It's been tough. I've been waiting for like a good time, and I was like, I just don't know when.
Oh, that was it.
That was perfect. Chef's kiss.
Yes. Oh my
The
goodness. Oh my
perfect
goodness.
moment. Right after poking something in the eye multiple times with an arrow, Liazana
Yeah.
was like, "This is it. This is my time."
Nice. Oh, it's beautiful. I mean, the sunrise in the forest where you hatched the dragon egg. Oh my gosh, my romantic heart is just in another state right now. Oh, so awesome. Okay. Whew, sorry. Thank you so much for the raids tonight, our wonderful raiders. Thank you for hanging out with us. We have Brambleberry Games and Arvin. I'm so sorry. Uh, Arvane Laren. I'm sure I'm butchering that. My apologies. I'll look for you both on
Mm-hmm.
Twitter and Instagram, so we can give you some proper hype. And thank you so much for hanging out. For anyone new, you've been watching An Extremis. It's our Saturday night campaign every Saturday night, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern. Sky pirates, all these floating islands. There's a deadly sea of miasma on what would be the ground. And there's just about obviously these players are brilliant with role play and everything they do. And if you enjoyed watching, consider giving us a follow. We have D&D all across the week. We have a boatload of campaigns. We've got some new stuff coming out. Lots of stuff. So, yeah, if you want, give us a follow here. You can catch some more goodies. For now, we're going to pass all this beautiful rating love on to our friends over at Blackwater D&D. So hope you'll come join us. Consider giving a call Madbird raid, just for some hype and a little branding. Um, I hope to catch you all next week, where you can find out what's behind door number 1, and maybe see some more Breathe with Liazana stuff. Figure out what the giant scary creature is, and all the good stuff here on Madbird Streams. We'll catch you all soon. Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.